Good afternoon. Hello, Torah. It is Rav Natan here to share with you some words of Torah for this week's Parsha, Parsha Terumah. One of the things that happens in the beginning of the Parsha is that Bnei Yisrael brings a lot of materials to Moshe to donate so that the Mishkan could be built. The last thing listed is the stones, these rocks, regular rocks that were brought and they were used, shined up, colored a little bit for the Avnei Shoam. Sorry, they were the Avnei Shoam and the Avnei Levuim, two kinds of rock stones. They were used for the choshen and the ephod, the breastplate and the apron of the Kohen Gadol. Now, many ask, why were these listed last? Now, one simple answer to that question is because they were given last. The order in which they were donated is the order in which they're listed in the psukim. Another answer is that this midrash tells us that the Nisiim, the princes of the tribes, waited in order to see what wouldn't be brought by everyone else, and then they brought the last thing, and the last thing were these stones. There's a third explanation that I heard, which I thought was very interesting, and I wanted to share with you, and I think it has a very practical message for our lives. The idea is that these stones or these rocks are listed last because they were the easiest to bring. Didn't cost a lot of money, wasn't so difficult for people to part with them, and therefore they're listed last to show that the amount of effort or expense or hardship that went into bringing these materials and donating them was the least. And therefore, they're listed last to emphasize that. And that's a negative thing, because ultimately what Hashem cares about is, even though these things were used for choshen, they were used for the ephod, and they ended up becoming something so beautiful, they're listed last to show that what Hashem really cares about is how much effort and energy we are putting in toward what we do towards Hashem. And this is a very important message in life, because sometimes the things that we do don't always pan out the way we want them. I might work really hard to learn Torah and it might get through one line. I might try to really focus on davening well, and the davening might end up not being a great davening for me. I might work really hard to be able to make a Shabbat table that I want for my kids or my family. It doesn't end up okay. And you know what? That's all right. That's life. What Hashem really cares about is how much effort and energy we're putting in. Because ultimately, not only is that what Hashem cares about, but that's what's going to create the strongest relationship with our Creator, with Hashem. To put in that effort, to put in that energy, to give 100%, even if it doesn't always end up the way we wanted, but we put that effort and that energy into that relationship. Shabbat Shalom.